stop or counteract that Magnus jump in. With that Coco's rum onto a Morphling as well. Super handy to keep that Wonder Kid. All 6 Kunkka. Yeah.
I like that build. The double bracer for any melee or any strength hero essentially makes you unkillable in the early game, so...
Yeah. Oh, top lane. A jump in onto Jabs. Oracle. First blood spill. And there it is. You've got these level 3 heroes top. They make the move.
Okay, the RP on the Abaddon. Easiest target. Doesn't have Miss Cole right now. Can't deny himself, which means he will die to the enemy team. But Morphling survives perfectly fine. They had to do that. Otherwise, you have Phonic Shield and Morphling, right? And the RP means nothing, so...
Oh, we missed that kill mid.
I just got
beautiful.
You don't need anything but Greaves. Like if mid players get Greaves, off laners, if supports could farm them, they would get them. Like they're the most powerful item in the game right now. Oh, Epicenter, they catch the Rubik, and it's also gonna be an easy kill for Avil.
Easy peasy.
Only support kills for now, but you know, they want me to see it. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. See, I missed the kill because of this ward.
It's fine. It's just Jabs.
It's just Jabs. Abed though, Avalanche onto the Shadow Shaman, but the mech saves him. Hex last second. Abed still doing some damage. The Rubik died. The RP onto 2. Nice job. Morphling starts to morph. Is that going to be sufficient? The Abaddon helping him out as well. Morphling wants to fight till the end. Burst Strike onto 2 with the Epicenter start charge up. But the Avalanche cancels that Epicenter. Now forcing the Morphling away. Morphling to full agility for a bit of healing. They try to kill him off with a Lucky Fortune's End, but it's not going to be sufficient because it doesn't really reach him.
OBS having some hiccups. Very nice. What have they caught? 3 heroes dead. Oh, wait, we missed.
Now it makes sense, right? OBS is a EVOS support.
Have Blink, but Abed, of course, does.
He has RP in 9 as well. They can fight this. Roshan's taking way too long to take.
Oh,
First fight. Okay, the Sand King still has the Epicenter, and it's Guardian Greaves as well, so hard to kill. They do toss him up with the RP. Well, he used the Guardian Greaves before he did get RP'd, so Avil is fine currently. They're now going to use the Tiny against the Fnatic team, destroying Ice with his own teammates' abilities. Taking down the Oracle as well, hexing him up, and the Facehugger from 2 hits destroys him. Now fighting against the Tiny. They get the Aegis in the process as well, and Burst Strike catching out poor DJ, who will die quickly in EVOS arms.
Thanks for playing Dota 2.
And Tiny and PA just immediately...
Whereas EVOS are just... They're ready to fight permanently. They're not reliant on any big ultis like RP.
Or like the Ghost Ship that currently hit the PA and blew her right up. That PA ceased to exist in our plane of existence, and Kunkka also grabbed the Magnus with the X mark the spot. Can he actually combine this with anything? Burst Strike's ready, and Ice could be in trouble. Torrent is also set up, and they catch him mid-skewer, but no! He manages to get away with a false promise. Instead, it's Jabs who receives the sharp edge of the sword. DJ
that the Dire want to take, and they are ready to defend it with everything they've got.
The Morphling gets sent back with a toss. He used to get away with a waveform. For now, the RP catches him, but he started morphing for a while. Ghost Ship does reset the team fight, but Avil dies anyway. And even though they send Ice back, Facehugger can't keep fighting this. That BKB on PA made her immortal, but Abed catches a Facehugger, did not want to be there. They screw him back. His BKB won't do much because he's in the backlines. They managed to kill Jabs in the process. Now the stakes get dropped, and they want to continue fighting this. The Shackles are ready. They finally catch Abed. There's no BKB on him, but he keeps tossing the Morphling, dealing damage to poor In Your Dream. Abed continuing on with the aggression. They kill off Lyku. There's no more catch for EVOS. It's only Whitemon helping out with all of his healing. And this Tiny Morphling combo is lethal, but not sufficient to kill any of the supports. Whitemon's the first to die. He just has this TP, but the TP will happen. So they're actually going to continue pushing once that Glyph is done. They just want to take the tier 2 and back off. Fnatic quite confident. They even have the empowered Siege Creep, which again has been MVP this game. Ghost Ship with, the Torrent with the Epicenter, catching 2 with the Burst Strike as well. MP still has the BKB ready though, because he can use it any time. He's been disarmed though. BKB won't take that disarm off. However, in the backlines, Abed might just take down the Morphling. And now it's time for PA to do her job, decimating the Sand King, and now going for Facehugger, the last surviving core in this team fight. It's him and 2 supports versus 4.
Oh,
how can they do this? Very beautiful Shackle. The Snakes also attacking him. They don't get the RP in time. Ice doubting about it. He might not even get it off this team fight. Has to skewer himself away. Facehugger a bit too strong.
Kunkka's unkillable.
But Abed is as well, as the 1v1 between these 2 Titans finally comes down to it. Because who cares? He's not going to die anyway. They torrent for vision. They don't see anyone. Really good position by Ice. Might punish this, but RP is unfortunately not available here. And a kill Jabs first, as per usual. He already got his false promise off. However, Avil will die together with him. And now it's Morphling versus the Magnus.
Abed's waiting.
There's the E-Blade hitting the PA, finally without the false promise. It's time for In Your Dreams to start hitting him with Abed. Goes in, starts hitting the Morphling. He does manage to morph in time. Now going for Ice. There's the Hex up. And they should be able to kill him in time. EPICENTER won't survive that last shotgun hit. As they save Facehugger. Woes.
Yo, so Tiny has an E-Blade now. And in my head, I thought Tiny was Morphling who had turned into Tiny and used E-Blade on the... And I was like, why is Morphling E-Blading? He's
hello, going again. He's gonna kill Facehugger. No, they save him. There's the Aphotic Shield on the Shadow Shaman as well. He dies regardless. And now they finally kill Facehugger. That E-Blade working. As now it's Whitemon's turn to face the fearful Tiny.
Where's your Morphling now? You know, they're getting good jumps, but they're not finishing these targets off. I've got to say that E-Blade on Tiny, stopping the Kunkka from killing the PA was spot on.
Okay, Tiny on Tiny fight. And the shotgun actually deals a lot of damage. Turns to Tiny once again. It's going to be Avil gets him with a Sandstorm. It's a really good transfer.
You know, they're getting good jumps, but they're not finishing these targets off. I've got to say that E-Blade on Tiny, stopping the Kunkka from killing the PA was spot on.
Okay, Tiny on Tiny fight. And the shotgun actually deals a lot of damage. Turns to Tiny once again. It's going to be Avil gets him with a Sandstorm. It's a really good transformation. Morphling says, oh, Tiny's a counter to me. I'm a counter to you, Tiny.
40 Schaden pro Sekunde mit Sandstorm. Nice talent. E-Blade with the Sandstorm damage is actually substantial. Like ridiculous. Oh, hello, Roshan. Avil wants in.
Oh, the RP.
Fake pumped. Sandstorm versus Sandstorm, and they're going to go in. Avil starts it off, but Morphling. Nice Fate Edict. Oracle preempts it, and Wonder Kid into Tiny mode, but Aegis has already been claimed as the toss-up throws the PA away. An Epicenter, maybe a Burrow wanted. No, Isis drags him out of the spot he wanted.
He's
stuck though. And Avil's going to burrow up the Rubik in the back. Finally, they're all false promise from Jab. Saves him up. And now EVOS, they need to turn this into more. Find kills wherever they can. Isis is still trapped on the cliff.
There's no way.
Standing in for evil geniuses at this point. He'll get hexed and he'll likely fall. But they want a bigger target in the back. In comes the Shadow Shaman. A save from Oracle looking decent onto the PA who has Aegis, Cheese, and BKB. But where's the Tiny? Dead. Where's the Rubik? Dead. MP has to BKB TP away. That's Aegis gone. You need one or two people to push out at least one of the side lanes so you can swing through jungle as the catch is there. Tiny in, but the Abaddon has the ulti. Turn and fight with a boat onto two, but it looks like EVOS, a tentative maneuver from them. They don't want to commit for this. And DJ's there with a burrow onto Kunkka. Tanky bastard Facehugger though. Unkillable, some might say.
Yeah,
Jab's definitely not unkillable though, as the Epicenter will fly through. BKB from the PA as Tiny blows up the Shadow Shaman in the back end. Abed causing so many problems for them, and Sand King's a goner. Fnatic, they are going in hard.
Ended up being pretty bad. Morphling's the only one left alive here. He's going to go down with the RP. He manages to morph in time, but doesn't really matter. Or sorry, attribute shift.
It all comes crumbling down.
I agree.
Even if it's not for the PA, you use the first one on the Oracle. Nice jump in. Skewer back though.
Facehugger activates the BKB before the RP comes out. MP as well. So they can't... Actually, they lost their BKB there, which means their chance to push. Can they get her with the Burrow Strike? They do have it with the X-Mark the spot. Bring her back. Torn. Now the Burrow Strike as well. Stacking those stuns. Not the ideal situation. They try to turn to Magnus, secure her back. MP still has that cheese, so it's not that easy to kill. Vlaiko died in the backlines, which means they don't have any more catch. They managed to kill off Jabs. The Epicenter comes out, and Magnus could now be in trouble. Ice is not as tanky as he used to be, but he actually gets them back with their own medicine. They've just been cliffed, but they send the Morphling as well. It's the whole party at the cliff. Everyone wants to fight there, and finally, Fnatic gets the upper hand with a fantastic skewer by Ice. Only 2 heroes alive on EVOS. That was fantastic. That's why we want to watch Tiny and Magnus together in the same team.
Magnus takes them all up to Mount Everest, gets them to the top, and then shoves them off the edge of the cliff. Beautiful stuff from that Magnus, honestly. But you can see how difficult it is for EVOS. As that PA and Magnus ramp up, we know that they've got this kind of mid to late game potential with the Empower, and they've hit their timing so damn nicely. The BKB of the PA with the Satanic, the Cheese. Jab's getting blown up. He barely got the False Promise off and kept the PA alive, which honestly saved them that fight. Because if they get the blow up on the PA and he doesn't use ulti on the... if they blow up the Oracle and he had not ulted the PA, both of them very likely die.
I think that's game. I think that's actually game. They might take the Ancient now. They're actually concentrating on EVO's lineup, who's trying to get out of the Fountain, but barely can. The Avalanche canceling their shackles. They send them back with a toss. That's where you belong. As the Magnus, Ice, the only person concentrating winning this game, finally skewing out of the Fountain. And this game, I don't know if it's ending or not. The creeps are doing it for them. It's Jabs coming back in as well. just to try to help him. And there it is. Finally, the Ancient goes down. EVOS dead as well, because they want those extra flash fantasy points for anyone predicting them. Fnatic managed to turn this game over.
They sure did.
They go to the cameras now.